Misfit Nation.
Well, the Elisa Lam story.
Is it the Elisa Lam story or the Skid Row story? Or the...
It's more of the Cecil Hotel story.
I want to get into that, though. That's crazy. But
well, I mean, we'll first start it with saying that the Elisa Lam story has officially been solved. Mm-hmm. The case has been closed.
Oh, so they found out who did?
Yeah, herself. And her lack of medication.
And her lack of... and a strong dose of her bipolarness.
Exactly. Her split personality did it.
Yo, it's true, though.
And not to mention everybody tasted it.
That's horrible. Holy fuck.
That's horrible, yeah.
That is crazy.
Bathed in it. Used their that's horrific.
But before we get to that, got superpowers though.
Before we get to that, that's
well, before you said
chink, bro. What?
I knew. I was trying to cut it off before we got there.
Wait, we went full steam ahead. We couldn't stop him.
Fucking train was just going.
I swear to God, when they said Canadian Asian, I was like, oh, they changed the story. I was like, oh shit, it's still her. Shit, this is new.
Yeah. Me and Blaze had our sweaty hands on the fucking break.
Couldn't stop it. It derailed. It's gone. It's out of here.
Hey man, y'all should have talked about it.
Well, I'm glad we got it out of the way.
Yeah. All right, let's go.
Let me start by saying this.
Yeah.
I was fully invested in the Elisa Lam story, and I totally thought somebody murdered her.
Yes.
I'm not going to pretend.
Same here. I think I was probably, when they were talking about those internet sleuths, I was one of them.
Yeah.
I was in them YouTube lobbies, like, yo, because I was one of those ones where I was introduced to the story as a ghost story. So it was almost like she was being tormented by spirits and stuff. But when I learned more information, such as, you know, her pills and the place where she went, I didn't know the Cecil was surrounded by fucking Skid Row, the worst place in America. Like, what the fuck?
That was a big part of the story.
That's a big part of the story.
The whole, like, the tuberculosis thing that the test was named Lam Elisa. And it's just, there was so many weird coincidences with this story.
Yeah.
I was more in the ballpark of the, how they said that they saw a foot in the elevator thing and they saw it move.
They saw a pivot.
I really believe that's what it was, and somebody at the hotel edited the video to remove themselves out. Yeah.
Okay.
But apparently that's not
I don't think that was the case, because even when I was watching it and she would look around, she would go like this, and like the way she would look, because if you're hiding from somebody, the way you would look if the person's right there, you wouldn't even want to put your whole head out there. You know what I'm saying? She stepped all the way out the elevator and looked this way and looked that way and then stepped back in. And then she came back out like she was looking at somebody, but there was nobody there.
Well, when you hear about how, like, she was basically at first in a hostel.
Yes, that's what she was.
Yeah.
Horrible ass hotel. That should have been blown up a long time ago.
Well, we'll get to that where like how the hotel was set up and everything. But she was getting a lot of complaints about her erratic behavior, and she was bothering people and like leaving notes on people's doors, and I think she was like eating people's food or something.
Yeah, she's
like,
being weird.
Telling people to go away and don't come.
Here, yeah, on some super weird behavior.
She's not taking her medicine.
So now that part of the whole thing, I've never heard that before, ever presented in any of the, the stories that we've, seen on YouTube and wherever.
Right.
The conspiracy theory itself. So when you now know about that and then see the elevator footage, it's like, okay, with the bipolar, she wasn't taking her meds. Like, it all made a lot more sense.
Right.
The other part, when it came to the paranormal kind of side of it, was the door not closing.
Yes.
And then the guy showed that clearly she pressed the door open thing, and that stays open for 2 minutes. Now, they proved that.
Now, what they did kind of show is there was a little bit of that time they couldn't account for when the elevator door closed.
Right.
That was a little suspicious. Now,
could have been just a glitch. It was literally a second.
It could have been, but it's coincidental. That's all I'm saying. And who knows? I think those cameras that are in there are probably the first set of cameras they've ever installed, and they've never upgraded it.
It's coincidental when everything else is there.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you the part that, and the documentary did it so well, is that they took you through, like, they made that for the web sleuths that believed everything.
Absolutely.
And then they made you believe they were going to show you some new shit, and they took you through everything, and they slowly started debunking everything. And then the last part was the hatch. They claimed that the hatch was closed, and even the maintenance man that found her said that it was open. And that was literally because how can you close a hatch and then drown?
Yeah.
And not. So that was like the last piece that they showed. And that was the piece that made me go, oh, fuck. Because I was hanging on to that, watching it. And I was like, no, but the hatch. And then they showed that last, and I was like, oh, that's it. She killed herself.
Yeah, that's a conclusion I came up with, too. It was that she killed herself.
Yeah.
They just made a well-fabricated story.
Well, no, I mean, if you piece together, this is...
Wait, sorry, or... that creepy hotel manager had something to do with it.
She was weird.
She was an odd duck.
Bro. She was weird, but I think you have to be a certain kind of weird to be a hotel manager at the Cecil. Like, you can't be a normal person.
She almost seemed like she was a little traumatized because she was very, like, she would go like, yeah, there was 80 deaths in 1 year. And then the next clip would be her going like, but it was a nice hotel. The hotel was beautiful.
She had Stockholm syndrome with the hotel.
She was at the end of it. She was going, she deserves another chance. She needs to be restored. Like,
right.
Are you possessed by this fucking place?
It might be.
But she's either naive or she's in denial. Something. That's weird. But sorry. Oh, were you gonna say something?
I was saying she kind of played victim a few times though throughout the time she was talking. I've never seen anything like that. That's not about you, bitch.
Yeah, it's true.
But then she would go to, but then it all was kind of normal.
Yeah, they walked me through. They said someone died here.
Someone died
there.
Place nobody
was traumatized.
I loved how that one.
But you stayed there for 12 years.
That one woman goes, the Cecil Hotel is a place where serial killers let down their hair.
Yeah.
And I was like, God damn, that's a great description for.
Well, it did though.
It's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker.
Night Stalker.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that's where he stayed, bro.
Yeah, I heard about that.
That's crazy, bro. Imagine the kind of energy that's in that building. It's bad energy, bro. And this girl who left her parents because she was tired of the boring medicated life. She was like, I'm going to go far away and get off my meds. I bet you I'll be all right. And ended up in the worst part of California, staying in the worst hotel. She was bound to kill herself, bro.
Well,
what was going to happen?
Can I make one? This is the only political point I'm going to make in this video. I love how for years, right, people have been going, the Cecil Hotel is like this portal to hell or something, right? And then they basically explain why the Cecil Hotel is how it is. And no, it's not the portal to hell. It's just bad democratic policies for 60 fucking years.
Let's get them off the street and give them somewhere to stay.
Let's force the hotel to
be next to a fucking bum HQ.
No, it is the bum HQ.
And then they forced the hotel by their policies to basically turn it into low income housing. They had to.
Yeah.
People were staying there for $1, $2 a night. Like that's
where Elisa also, and they say a lot of tourists get fucked in that, is they do, and I never even heard of this before, where one half of the building is literally projects, and then the other half is luxury. What I never understood, luxury hotel.
In that entire explanation she gave, I never understood why they didn't just make the hotel, the luxury hotel on the first floor and keep everybody. If you're gonna put them in the building, don't let them interact.
I watched another video or something on that. Maybe it was in this one, but it was a guy who was saying that they did have it like that at one point, where people were told, do not go to the top floor, because once you get past like floor 8. It's die. It's
lawlessness. It's cowboys country.
Yeah. Was that in the documentary?
That was in the doc.
Yeah. The black guy. The former crackhead and jazz singer.
Fucking survivor.
He's a goddamn.
He's matter of fact, for Black History Month, I'm putting him right there.
That
bro.
guy.
He survived the Cecil, bro.
For how
He knows the element.
He said like 50 years, I think.
50 years in that building, bro. And you came out and you're able to give an interview. You're not crazy.
He lived there with the Night Stalker.
You did.
He had conversations with the Night Stalker.
He might have even played cards with him.
My God.
Didn't even know it.
Holy fuck. What a crazy place.
It's a crazy place.
It really is.
But so who do we in this situation, do we blame the parents? Because, as parents, do you think it's more your responsibility? Yeah, I want to let my kid spread her wings, but I know she doesn't want to take her medication. I know she's depressed. Maybe we should get a handle on her feelings first before we send her out in the world.
She disgrace my family.
She are not responsible enough.
She gonna learn.
She gonna learn. Just throw her in. Hope she don't sink.
Take your piss.
Hope you don't think you're fucked up.
It was the daughter. Surprised she was alive at all.
I think she got fucked with that whole setup of the Cecil Hotel, where she looked at it and went, "Oh, that's an affordable hotel. It's a nice looking place."
Yeah, because she didn't see the Cecil. She saw the other one. What was it? The Stay on Main.
Stay on Main.
Stay on Main. Yeah.
And it tricked her. I think there's a level to that. It's not anybody specifically. It's not their fault. Mm-hmm. It was a little irresponsible. I think. I think for anybody to know that how she was and let her come here by herself.
Right.
I wouldn't let you go to California by yourself, Blaze.
Please don't. I might die.
Even her
horrible.
Tumblr posts and everything were kind of like crying out some Mac Miller shit, bro. When she was talking, she was talking some suicidal shit.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
If I don't see my purpose, if I don't meet my purpose, I don't know what I'll do. Like she probably came out there. And
I came here to find my purpose. Yeah. Like it's the trickery of come to Hollywood and the thing that I told you when we went there and we told you one of the first things I told you is any picture you've seen of Hollywood is at least 10 years old. It's not recent. Yeah. It's not recent.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So I think people from foreign countries, even the British couple, were like, we thought it would be nice. And
can you imagine you just brushing your teeth? And, why does this water look a little tainted? Like,
yeah,
it's a little gunky. It's weird.
Yeah,
you bathing in the shit. Fucking.
It's weird. It tastes like orange chicken.
Why does it smell like sesame seed oil?
Is this General Tao in my water? What's going on here?
Teriyaki-ish.
Honey, I was taking a shower and it's completely wonton soup in there. What's going on?
God damn.
Just the water from the tap just tastes like MSG. I just don't understand.
It's like hot oil.
What a horrible thing to live with, though. You drank somebody's decaying.
She's a part of you forever. Oh, that's bad stuff.
That's
bro.
called the Emily Egg Drop.
Yeah, that's sick. But I don't know, bro. That's just one of those stories where you just gotta chalk it up to a bad perfect storm. That was just the perfect storm of everything to go wrong for that girl, and it just happened.
It really is a very sad story. Yeah. Like in where it's one of those, because I've been hearing a lot of stories about bipolar, and that really is a serious fucking thing.
Yeah.
Like, and I've known people who are bipolar, but not on the, like, that untreated, a lot of the times bipolar can lead to murder. It can lead to somebody
dying,
killing somebody, or killing themselves. Yeah, yeah. And it's very just like, I don't know. I'm not very well.
Diseases of the minds are usually the worst. Like
it's crazy.
Because that's just how important your brain is.
And I mean, it's crazy in the sense of like how complicated your mind is. Like just the things from your childhood still affect you to this day, and you don't even know it. That's
just imprinted.
That's crazy.
It's imprinted on your mind.
It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
That you'll never change, possibly. Yeah, it's. I don't know, man, but yeah, that's the case of Elisa Lam.
Yeah, rest in peace.
It's suicide,
Sheesh.
and I also like how they kind of put it too. Like people are still kind of like speculating, and really all the evidence just points to it being suicide. So it's like
the dogs followed her scent to the roof,
to the fire escape.
Yeah, to the fire escape. Yeah, she
What do you
climbed up there.
think? Because I don't think they cleared that up. How she got to the roof exactly.
They didn't clear that up, but that's where that's where I put it together. I was like, oh, that's how she got on the roof.
Because the dogs got to the fire escape.
Got to the fire escape, and it wasn't there. Now they searched the area, which is weird because if they did it at night and they had a spotlight, maybe you can miss where the water tank is open. Maybe. They said they were using a sunlight, so I'm assuming that's the brightest shit they got. And they searched the roof and they didn't find anything. Come to find out, she's in the tank with the hatch open. Like, how do you miss something like that? I suppose it's easy if you're in the air, but you know, it's just they searched the roof and they automatically put it out because they didn't find her. But I feel like they gave up too quickly, especially knowing that the dog led them to the fire escape and the scent was gone.
Do you think is that a armchair quarterback kind of deal? Because I was thinking the same thing.
Possibly, I could be. 2020 is what's the saying?
But who did
hindsight's 2020? Yeah,
because it leads to the fire escape. Wouldn't that be the like? Did they have they had the elevator footage?
They had the elevator footage.
So did they find that after?
I'm trying to remember cops the found that after.
Because they had to scour like
yeah, they had to go
48 hours of fucking footage. Yeah. Huh. So she must have went to the fire escape, climbed up. What do you think was going through her mind?
I honestly feel like maybe she was having like a panic attack, right? And when you have a panic attack, your body temperature rises. So instead of going into the bathtub, somewhere in her head was like, I gotta go up. And she went up and she tried to find water. She saw water in the tank to cool off. She jumped in. Like that's the only thing that I can think about.
Either that or had a panic attack, and the second thing you want to do is hide.
That too.
This is gonna kind of sound like a joke, but it's not. She's hallucinating, and she thinks she's going to the pool.
No, I mean that's not a joke. I ran that by my maybe she thought she was going to a pool or something.
That's what I'm saying. Like she thought she was just going into a fun thing. Because when you're hallucinating, you don't know what you're seeing.
I thought that was a water slide or some shit.
I also thought that maybe because she was trying to make friends. I also thought, hey, maybe she met somebody in this hotel. And they're like, hey, why don't you ever smoke weed before? You know what I'm saying? Like she's not ready for any type of thing that could mess with her current state of mind. So she does that, and now she's out of whack.
And they said it was a regular thing that people would go up to that roof and do whatever.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Well, she passed the threshold. That's where she fucked up. She went up to the floor where she wasn't supposed to go to. Had she stayed on Main like she was supposed to, she might still be alive. But the fact that she went all the way up, that's where it happened.
All right, just theorizing here.
Sure.
What if there were people up there when she got up there?
That's
and
possible.
They started like fucking with her or something, seeing her trip out.
Let's put her in the tank, bro. It'd be awesome.
Who knows? Yeah, but then it's like, because who's to say that they're probably not reputable people staying at the Cecil.
Yeah.
If they see a girl like drowning or something,
they cleared it.
They're gone.
Yeah.
That too.
Pretend that never happened.
Didn't even see it.
Yeah.
It's true.
Now I'm reopening the conspiracies, but I'm just saying.
No, case was solved. Yeah.
Or see, what if they saw her do it, jump in herself, and then just never said anything?
Never said anything.
That could be a possibility.
What if the hatch closed but didn't lock? So it just looked like it was closed. That's why they thought it was closed, but it was open because you could just hit it back open. It was open.
So maybe she tried to, maybe she was still alive when they saw it closed. and she was trying to get it open, and then she finally got it open and she died?
No, like what if, let's just say for instance, it didn't really latch all the way, but from just looking with a light, it looks like it's
It looked like it's
Closed.
closed.
Yeah, but then
Like it's
with a
locked.
full investigation, you go to it.
Oh,
Well,
I
the
got you.
guy,
Okay, got you.
the maintenance man said that it was like off to the side. It wasn't
Also,
like
it was fully removed.
yeah. I believe like he as soon as he got to the roof, he saw that it was off,
And another
which
thing,
is weird. How did the police not catch that?
but deeper than that, we're talking about an 80-pound girl. How the fuck did she lift that heavy ass hatch? You know,
Probably
what
was already open.
think it was already open?
I mean, maybe it's not heavy. Maybe we just think it is.
No, it looked heavy. If I'm thinking about the thing that you're thinking, like I'm thinking about that metal piece that was to the side when they were doing the investigation. It's like they removed. No, maybe they removed the piece.
Because they removed the piece.
Yeah, they removed
yeah,
the piece. Okay,
yeah.
okay. All right. Well,
Maybe it was just,
Maybe it was just
a flip of the lid.
yeah, could be.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, it is the
Still-
Cecil.
Yeah.
Maybe other people was up there fucking around and going in and out that shit, and she was looking for friends and she was tripping out. She did it too slip. And they said, "Oh shit, gotta go."
Could be.
That place really does set tourists up to fail, though. Honestly,
It really is a
That's-
trap.
It needs to be gone because you
California, right? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I
Los Angeles.
was talking about the
Los
Cecil.
Angeles.
I don't know about California. I still want to go. That shit, it look lit out there. And I'm not talking about the forest fires either.
Well, it's crazy how much the liberals deal with their homeless in such a inhumane way.
Just
like-
let them build their own
You should have
cities.
seen how many empty warehouses we passed, and we're like, "Look at these things," and they're just outside of it. Just
Big ass empty warehouses can't go in there though.
nope.
It's trespassing.
And then some of them are smart. Like, I'm gonna go live in Beverly Hills. They have nice lawns out there.
Plush.
Oh, that's bad, dog. You're shitting on your lawn and it's not a dog. It's a
Ugh.
person. Hey, get out of here.
And you
Scat.
gotta clean
But
it up
then-
before HOV comes in.
But then who gives a fuck because you can't water your lawn, so it's all brown.
It's all brown anyway.
Gives a shit.
Oh, that's bad.
It's probably helping
You're making
the
me not
lawn.
want to go.
It's horrible.
all the
Whatever.
cars are dirty
It saved me
as
the
fuck.
trip. Huh? All the cars dirty?
All the cars dirty as fuck. All the houses look dingy as shit.
What gives
Play Grand Theft Auto. It's better. What were you gonna say?
what gives California that mystique though? This the pictures from 10 years
It's
ago?
their policy. Oh. You mean
Mystique. Yeah, it's there.
It's the dream.
It's the dream.
It's the dream. Hollywood.
That's where they
Gotcha.
make stars. As long as that's the quote.
It's those houses in the hills.
Mhm.
Everybody that's underneath that are all trying to get to those houses.
To those houses.
So it's almost like,
like that-
kingdom shit.
It's like that dumbass movie we watched with the dude in the elevator and there was levels to his suffering. Yeah,
Platform.
platform. Yeah, LA is a platform. No, California is a platform.
Yeah, I'd say LA because we
You say
didn't
LA?
go to all over,
Okay,
but I wouldn't
Put it past
be
it.
surprised. Yeah,
fair enough.
but
But
they got to change their policies because that Cecil Hotel thing shows you
mhm.
like how many other hotels that aren't known that are probably
That are
way
doing the same
worse.
thing.
Yes,
It's bad, man. It's bad
this hotel's at least famous. It has something.
because it's always been that though. I think that was a problem. Even from back in the day, it was always a cheap place for somebody that's kind of what it was made for.
I guarantee you, there's a hotel somewhere in California that's worse.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That has more murders. That
More
has
in
more,
ones
Skid
that
Row.
nobody.
it's
yeah.
just they didn't have the Night Stalker live there.
That's important though.
That's a big one.
That's a big one.
They probably had like the Green River Killer, like sleep there for a night.
The
or
hillside
something.
strangler. Stop
Yeah,
by
the
for
day
a second.
stalker instead of the night.
Right.
The day stalker stayed here.
The Bayside Butcher.
Yeah.
Ted
He only
Bundy's
had-
cousin by marriage.
Yeah. Fair enough.
His numbers weren't as impressive.
Yeah, man. I don't know what else to say about that though.
They got to change their policies.
Mm.
That's just what it comes down to.
It's gonna be a blue state forever, my friend. That's where the money at.
I'm not even going to get into the political side
you're
of
right,
that.
you're right,
It's
you're
just.
Mm-mm. Did Kelly go red? That's Hollywood.
It's-
But again, I just love how the portal to hell
Hmm.
is democratic policies. So that's why I'll end my
It's symbolic.
my diatribe.
Definitely symbolic. Yeah,
Just remember that.
Yeah.
Just remember that.
Diatribe. That's the second time I heard him say that shit. Pissing me off.